As Sister Wives star Meri Brown contemplates her troubled connection with her spouse, Kody Brown, she finds herself increasingly distressed. They initially wed in 1990 but decided to divorce in 2014, primarily for Kody to marry Robin legally. Though they maintained a spiritual marriage, their bond began to unravel in the subsequent years. This disconnect was exacerbated when, in 2015, Meri revealed her involvement in a catfishing situation, where she believed she was interacting with a man, only to discover the individual was, in fact, a woman. Since then, her relationship with Kody has evolved into a rather platonic one. Just last week, she made a significant revelation on their anniversary, stating that he emphatically affirmed the return of romantic feelings between them, declaring that their marriage had not failed and that the notion of it being restored was something he firmly rejected. The latest episode, which aired on Sunday, was recorded several months after that anniversary dinner, and it appears that Kody's stance remains unaltered since then. In these past few months, I've been engaged in a great deal of introspection, pondering and attempting to find clarity, Meri shared. Kody essentially conveyed to me that a reconciliation of our relationship was an impossibility, and he had no expectation of it ever happening. She expressed her deep sadness that Kody appeared to overlook the significance of the 3 decades of history they had shared as a couple. She added that she was uncertain about what the future held for their relationship. Meri remained unsure about her willingness to maintain a platonic role with Kody, Robin, and their children, even though the prospect of rekindling romance seemed bleak. In a confessional, she candidly stated, "To hell with him, he's not worth it." It's daunting to contemplate the idea of a permanent separation. It truly is, because it's not what I had desired. I never wanted him to come to me and say, "I never want to be in a relationship with you again," and yet, here we are. Kody and Meri made a public announcement in a joint statement back in January, declaring that they had officially concluded their marital relationship. These episodes were recorded during the spring and summer of 2022, indicating that there is still a considerable journey ahead before Meri arrives at that decision. In another segment of the episode, Meri also revisited her catfishing scandal and discussed her interaction with a gay interior designer named Blair, whom she met online to assist with her business. "We initially connected on the internet, but eventually had an in-person meeting," she revealed, noting that their initial conversations were cautious due to their past experiences. She also humorously acknowledged the prevalence of individuals misrepresenting themselves online, saying, "Of course, there are so many people who portray themselves as someone different than who they really are, so you have to be very cautious when meeting people online." A few years back, I had an unfortunate encounter with a deceptive individual who spun an entirely exaggerated story, filled with fabricated nonsense, she recounted, though she refrained from delving into the specifics. It remains challenging for me to discuss it openly because everyone seems to have their own viewpoint on the matter. Even within our own family, some members hold their own opinions about it. Nonetheless, she derived a valuable lesson from that experience. While she engages with people online regarding business matters frequently, Meri has established a stipulation for ongoing communication. A video chat is a prerequisite to ensure the credibility of the individual she's dealing with. Despite thinking that her relationship with Kody Brown was an eternal covenant, Meri Brown is talking about why she ultimately decided to part ways with him. The previous several years have shown fans how disrespectful and unappreciative Kody has been to Meri. In fact, before she left him, all fans wanted was for her to go. Now that you know you're not wanted, Meri is talking candidly about what it's like to continue in a relationship. Meri was so certain of her love for Kody that she believed nothing could ever break them when they got married in 1990. Even after 3 more ladies entered the marriage, it seemed that way for a time. She was ready for anything from him. But Kody changing his mind about how he felt about her was something Meri could not stand. On the episode of the show airing on October 29, she stated, "In our religious background, and when he and I got married, we married with the intention of forever." For what reason? Due to her belief that their relationship will last forever. "Well, I'm just not that into it." When Kody informed her he was no longer interested in her or needed her in his life, she answered, "You can stay here if you want to." She remembered that she didn't feel comfortable with the proposition after giving it some thought. The 52-year-old questioned, "Why would I want to do that forever? Be with someone who has truly just had a change of heart about me." Meri realized she couldn't remain longer, even though she loves Robin and her 5 children and would like to maintain things that way. Meri then went up to Kody and suggested that they tell the fans the truth about their relationship, or lack thereof, and come clean to the audience. We live a public life, so I asked him, why don't we just be really upfront and honest about this? Believe this is something we ought to talk about, and that we ought to be honest about our experiences with it, she continued. He responded, no, that's not what I want to do. I just have so much criticism that I don't want to be transparent and vocal about it, he stated. Just keep this between the two of us. She argued that she wouldn't spend the rest of her life concealing the nature of their connection or the fact that you told her you didn't want a relationship with her when Kody asked. They keep it quiet. This is my story as well, and I'm allowed to tell it. She seized the chance to inform viewers about everything, including her response to Kody's admission that he no longer considered himself married to her, when their December episode, Sister Wives, one-on-one special featuring Kody, Robin, and other sister wives Janelle Brown and Christine Brown aired. Check out what's going on with the sister wives these days. Return frequently to get the latest news, updates, and spoilers about Sister Wives.